The latest shift in the AP poll did more than reorder numbers beside team names. It reignited a familiar tension at the top of women's basketball, where success is rarely met with silence. South Carolina moving ahead of Texas sparked instant debate, splitting fans and analysts into loud camps questioning fairness, momentum, and perception. Whenever the Gamecocks rise, the microscope follows, and this moment was no different. At the center of the reaction stood Dawn Staley, unhurried and composed, allowing the conversation to unfold before offering clarity rather than confrontation. The noise surrounding the ranking change revealed how invested the sport has become. Arguments over schedules, quality wins, and consistency flooded timelines, with some viewing the jump as inevitable and others seeing it as abrupt. Texas had been steady and dominant in its own right, and the sudden shift unsettled many observers. Yet Staley's approach cut through the emotion. She treated the poll not as a trophy or an insult, but as a temporary reflection of momentum rather than a verdict on worth. Her perspective reframed the ranking as a burden rather than a reward. The higher a team climbs, the more pressure it carries, and that weight demands discipline. Staley made it clear that polls do not win championships or protect teams when the season tightens. What matters is growth, consistency, and the ability to respond when every opponent treats the matchup as a statement game. In that light, the ranking became less about validation and more about accountability. Staley's respect for Texas also mattered. By acknowledging their toughness and stability, she reinforced that elite programs coexist within a competitive ecosystem rather than a rivalry driven by entitlement. Movement in the polls does not erase what others have built. It simply reflects how quickly narratives can shift when performance and perception intersect. Perhaps most telling was her insistence that South Carolina is still evolving. Comfort, she suggested, is far more dangerous than criticism. Being watched, questioned, and challenged sharpens focus, while praise can dull it. That mindset echoed through the program, where there was no celebration, only a quiet return to preparation. This moment highlighted why South Carolina has become a measuring stick. Their movement sends ripples because years of sustained excellence demand attention. Staley understands that status brings responsibility, not protection. Rankings will change, debates will continue, but identity must remain steady. In the end, the story was not about being ranked higher than Texas. It was about leadership that values culture over noise and confidence that does not need volume to be felt.